Welcome to Tomewasha A. Let's review together 21 Korean street food. Hangover stew. Given South Korea's dedicated drinking culture, it's not surprising that its hangover curing culture is equally as developed, from pre-drinking drinks to post-drinking drinks to a glorious array of spicy and steamy stews and soups. Made from a beef broth, with cabbage, bean sprouts, radish and chunks of congealed ox blood, the deeply satisfying taste does wonders to kickstart your sluggish brain in the morning. Kimchi. Dating to the Shilla dynasty, around 2,000 years ago, kimchi is the beloved spicy sidekick at every Korean table. It's made by salting and preserving fermented cabbage in a bed of pepper, garlic, ginger and scallion. Soft tofu stew. Soft tofu, clams and an egg in spicy broth? This popular stew is a classic example of unexpected flavor combinations yielding delightful sensations. The soft tofu, which breaks into fluffy chunks in the stew, holds the flavor of the clam and serves as a relief from the overall spiciness. Proper sundabu jjigae comes in a traditional earthenware pot designed to retain heat. The egg is cracked into the stew after serving, and cooks inside the bowl. Samgyeopsal. Every Samgyeopsal feast is a rollicking party. Courtesy Korean tourism organization. The best part of eating in a Samgyeopsal restaurant is the atmosphere. A rollicking party punctuated by soju shots, pork strips sizzling on a grill and shouts for one more serving, please. Jjajangmyeon. Although originally a Chinese dish, Koreans have taken the noodles and created a thicker, yummier version that holds only a vague resemblance to its Chinese predecessor. Think of New Yorkers and the wonders they've done with pizza. It would not be an understatement to say Korean diets would not be the same without this dish. Most Koreans eat it at least once a week, and have their favorite jjajangmyeon delivery shop on speed dial. Kimchi. Dating to the Shilla dynasty, around 2,000 years ago, kimchi is the beloved spicy sidekick at every Korean table. It's made by salting and preserving fermented cabbage in a bed of pepper, garlic, ginger and scallion. Instant noodles. Anyone can follow the directions on the back of the ramen package to boil water and sprinkle in the spice packet, but connoisseurs will add extras like canned tuna, eggs, and cheese for enhanced flavor. Kimchi. Dating to the Shilla dynasty, around 2,000 years ago, kimchi is the beloved spicy sidekick at every Korean table. It's made by salting and preserving fermented cabbage in a bed of pepper, garlic, ginger and scallion. Army stew. This hodgepodge stew of sausages, spam, American cheese, instant noodles, tuck, and assorted vegetables dates back to the aftermath of the Korean War. Because meat was scarce, cooks found creative replacements in the surplus foods from the American Army base stationed in Seoul, hence the stew's name. Although meat has since then become plentiful, a booty jjigae without spam is unimaginable. 10. Soy sauce crab. Soy sauce crab, ganjang, or crab marinated in soy sauce, can be so addictive that it's often affectionately called rice thief, the joke being that you keep eating more rice just so that you can have more jang since it's just that good. Slightly tangy, tantalizingly bitter, pungent and cold, the taste may come as a shock for first-timers. But among South Koreans, jang has been carving out a niche for itself as more of a centerpiece than a sideshow to other seafoods. Tteokbokki. Tteokbokki is a simple Korean street food snack made of rice cakes and fish cakes. Courtesy Korean tourism organization. This iconic red-orange street food is so popular there's an entire part of Seoul just devoted to the steamed and sliced rice cakes, tuck, cooked with fish cakes, odon, and scallions in a sweet and spicy sauce made of chili paste. Chefs have been known to put all sorts of things inside the sauce, from the black soybean paste to plain old ketchup. Call us masochists, but one thing is certain, the more pepper, the better. Gopchang. Gopchang refers to the small intestines from pork or cattle, which, chopped into rounded sections, can be cooked into soups, stir-fried, or grilled. Gopchang is yet another important aspect of Korean barbecue culture. Chewy without being rubbery, it's a bit more festive than samgyeopsal, although it's still a staunchly earthy food. And as most office workers in South Korea can tell you, it's divine with soju. Bibimbap. Bibimbap combines rice, vegetables and eggs with a spicy sauce. Courtesy Korea Tourism Organization. This Korean lunch in a bowl mixes together a simple salad of rice, mixed vegetables, rice, beef, and egg, with sesame oil and a dollop of chili paste for seasoning. Although Korean kings from yesteryear would probably be shocked at how the royal dish has become so ingrained into the palate of the masses, we love how cheaply and quickly we can devour our favorite lunch. Samgyeopsal, 40 Korean foods we can't live without. Samgyeopsal, Korean ginseng chicken soup. Courtesy Korean Tourism Organization. Continuing along the masochistic strain, Koreans have a saying that goes, fight heat with heat. What that means is they love to eat boiling hot dishes on the hottest summer days. The most representative of these is samgyeopsal, a thick, glutinous soup with a whole stuffed chicken floating in its boiling depths. The cooking process tones down the ginseng's signature bitterness and leaves an oddly appealing, aromatic flavor in its stead, a flavor that permeates an entire bird boiled down to a juicy softness. Gimbap. The process of making gimbap resembles the Italian glasswork technique of millefiori, and indeed, the finished gimbap often looks too pretty to eat. Sautéed vegetables, ground beef, sweet pickled radish, and rice, rolled and tightly wrapped in a sheet of laver seaweed, gem, and then sliced into bite-sized circles. Doenjang. When people think Asian cuisine, they often think soy sauce. But soy sauce is actually a byproduct of this soybean product, a paste made from dried and fermented soybeans in a process too complicated to describe here. This brown, textured paste is not the prettiest food in the world, and like Australian Vegemite, the taste takes some getting used to. But once that taste is acquired, good luck trying to make do without it. Gamjatang. Most gamjatang places are open 24 hours, because South Koreans tend to crave this stew in the early hours of the morning as an alternative to hangover stew. This hearty dish features potatoes, gamja, scallions, ground perilla seed, and bits of pork cooked in a pork bone broth. The real appeal of this stew lies in the unique taste of the perilla seed, which is perhaps more important to the flavor than the meat. Himulpigeon. Crunchy and filling, Korean pancake tastes best when it comes studded with shellfish, cuttlefish, and other varieties of seafood. To make himul, seafood, pigeon, and with its traditional companion of Korean rice wine, makgeolli, pigeon makes the perfect meal for a rainy day. Jjambong. This dish is the soupier, spicier counterpart to jjajangmyeon, and together they form the core of Korean Chinese home delivery cuisine. But although noodles dominate in terms of sheer quantity, the onions and chili oil that flavor the soup are what really demand your attention. With copious amounts of chili oil, saturated onions and other vegetables on top of the noodles, few are able to finish this dish in its entirety, but many try. Sundae. Sundae, or Korean sausage, has roots in Mongolian cuisine. Courtesy Korea Tourism Organization. Another street food, sundae is a type of sausage, similar in content to blood pudding, with roots in Mongolian cuisine. Real sundae is pig intestine with a stuffing of cellophane noodles, vegetables, and meat, but even if you eat the street vendor version, which uses a synthetic replacement for the pig intestine, you will still be able to enjoy the lungs and liver on the side. Yum! Kongguksu. This seasonal dish might taste bland to some, but once you learn to enjoy the subtle flavor of the bean, you will acquire a taste for this cold, creamy, textured noodle dish that no other dish will be able to satisfy in the summer. And if the pale, spring green julienne cucumbers placed on the hand ground, snow white soybean doesn't tip you off, kongguksu is a highly nutritious dish that also happens to be vegetarian friendly. I hope you like the video, my dear friends. Please, and it is not in order, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button so that my videos reach you before everyone else. Greetings to you.